Good day, learners! I am Miss Tin, your guru kamigo. Welcome to another fun and exciting learning with me. Today we are going to talk about how light interacts with different materials. At the end of this video lesson, grade 5 learners are expected to relate the ability of the materials to block, absorb, or transmit light to its use. In the previous lesson, you have learned that conductors are materials that allow heat and electricity to pass through easily, while insulators are materials that do not allow heat and electricity to pass through them. Try to answer this activity. Analyze each picture. Write C if the object is conductor and I if it is an insulator. Copper. Very good, the answer is C. Dry wood. Very good, the answer is I. Rubber. Very good, the answer is I. Gold. Perfect, the answer is C. It is good to know that you really learned a lot from our past lesson. Now, you are more than ready for our next topic. Grade 5 learners, have you seen an artwork on a stained glass? Stained glass are seen in churches, art museums, and even in some houses. The design in stained glasses are achieved through the use of glasses with various colors and hues, making them a sight to behold. The light that is visible to the human eye is called visible light. It is the small part of the electromagnetic spectrum which affects our vision. Light is propagated in space as electromagnetic waves. This is known as electromagnetic wave theory of light. The primary source of visible light is the sun. The visible light allows us to see the color that is not absorbed by the objects. For example, you see most plants as green because the leaves absorb all colors of the visible light except for green. To understand light further, you have to learn how it interacts with different objects. This branch of science is called optics. Optics is the study of refraction, reflection, absorption, and transmission of light. Refraction. It refers to the bending of light as it passes through different materials. For example, the pencil in the glass of water appears bent because of the different parts of the materials that interact with light. The part of the pencil that is not dipped in water interacts with the water, Light moves faster in air than in water. When light travels from air to water, its speed decreases. A medium is optically dense if it slows down the speed of light. This is why the pencil looks bent. Reflection. It refers to the bouncing back of light when it hits an object. Some objects with flat surfaces like mirrors reflect light in a straight, predictable way. Some objects with uneven surfaces like cracks reflect light in a scattered way. Absorption. It refers to materials taking in light but not reflecting it back. For example, when light strikes a black surface, it is absorbed by the surface and nothing is reflected. Transmission. It refers to the passing of light through some materials. For example, when light passes through a glass window, it is transmitted to the other side, allowing the light to pass through the window. Different materials have different ways of transmitting light. Transparent materials. It allows all lights to pass through them. Clear plastic and glass windows are examples of transparent objects. Translucent materials allow some light to pass through them. Stained glasses and frosted windows are examples of translucent objects. Opaque materials do not allow light to pass through them. Concrete walls, wooden doors, and mirrors are examples of opaque objects. The activities that you are going to perform will describe how light interacts with different materials. Learning Task 1. Prepare the materials listed below. If not available, you may use other materials at home to perform the activity. You may ask the help of your parents or guardians or any adult members of the family if needed. Learning Task 2. Put a check mark on the column that describes whether the material can transmit, absorb, or block light. Number 1. Sunglasses. Number 2. Cellophane. Number 3. Rubber tire. Number 4. Black shirt. Number 5. Woods. Number 6. Vase. 7. Dark cartolina. Number 8. Red shirt. Number 9. Plastic cup. Number 10. Mirror. Let's check your answer. Number 1. If you put a check mark under transmit light, you are correct. Number 2. If you put a check mark under transmit light, you are right. Number 3. If you put a check mark under black light, you are correct. Number 4. If you put a check mark under observed light, perfect. Number 5. If you put a check mark under observed light, that's another point for you. Number 6. If you put a check mark under black light, you are right. Number 7. If you put a check mark under observed light, that's another point for you. Number 8. If you put a check mark under observed light, perfect. Number 9. If you put a check mark under transmit light, that's another point for you. And last, number 10. If you put a check mark under transmit light, you are correct. Learning Task 3. Use a Venn diagram to compare and contrast the following. A. Reflection and refraction. Let's check your answer. Reflection and refraction are both behaviors of light that strikes in different materials. Reflection is the bouncing back of light when it hits an object, while refraction, it is the bending of light as it passes through different materials. B. Absorption and transmission. Let's check your answer. Absorption and transmission are both behaviors of light that strikes in different materials. When we say absorption, the materials taking in light but not reflecting it back, while transmission, the passing of light through some materials. Learning Task 4. Match the definition in column A with the concept in column B. Write the letter of your answer in your notebook. Let's check your answer. Number 1, the correct answer is letter A. Number 2, the answer is letter E. Number 3, the answer is letter B. Number 4, the correct answer is letter C. And number 5, the answer is letter D. Grade 5 learners, to check your understanding about the lesson, you are going to read the question and choose the letter of the best answer. Number 1. A piece of coal appears black when viewed in sunlight. because it blanked all the light that falls on it. A. Absorbs, B. Reflects, C. Disperses, D. Transmits. Very good. The answer is letter A. Number 2. A red rose appears red because of its ability to blank. A. Absorb the red color and reflect all others. B. Reflect the red color and absorb all others. C. Transmit all colors except red. D. Transmit the red color and reflect all others. Very good. The answer is letter A. Number 3. What do you call the bending of light as it passes through different materials? A. Diffraction, B. Reflection, C. Dispersion, D. Refraction. Good job! The answer is letter D. Number 4. What do you call the bouncing back of light? A. Transmission, B. Reflection, C. Dispersion, D. Refraction. Very good. The answer is letter B. Number 5. Why do people enjoy the shade of the tree during summer? A. It absorbs light, B. It blocks light, C. It reflects light, D. It transmits light. Very good. The answer is letter B. Complete the following statement. The part of the lesson I believe I learned most about is blank. The task which I found most challenging blank because blank. I realized that I can use what I have learned from this lesson when blank. That ends our lesson for today. I hope you had a great time learning with me. Thank you for watching. See you next time.